here it is. My first crossing of the Gila River, the West Fork, which I decided to go hike on. So, as you can see, there's some rocks. There's a possibility that if I were to jump, I could keep my feet dry. But I know there's going to be crossings, according to the ranger, where it's going to be at least knee deep, some places maybe. So there's no keeping my feet dry this trip. So I'm just going to plow on through and we'll see how it goes. My first crossing was literally right there. River, 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 river. My second crossing. As you can see, this one, it's a pretty good little pond. There, it's deep. Here where I'm going to try to cross, not so bad. But yeah, my boots are already wet. I didn't top over them, but I did get the bottoms wet. I'm starting to feel the moisture already. But as I said, there's no avoiding getting wet. I'm just going to go for it. I've gone less than a quarter mile. And I'm already uncertain about the trail. The trail started out really clear to that first river crossing, and then it seemed to cross the river, and then it seemed to cross the river again, and then I crossed a third time within literally 75 yards or so, and I don't have a clue where the trail goes. I mean, maybe it could have come that way and then crossed through all this deadfall, possibly. But while I'm pondering this, check my Onyx map. Look at that. There's a beaver dam in a pond. Literally less than 100 yards from the parking lot. First time I've ever actually come across a beaver dam in the wild. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, I found a more clearly defined trail. It's right along part of the river. But as you can see, it was hard to see from the river crossing last time. Trees just beyond the beaver dam a little while back, 100 yards maybe, and opened up into this huge meadow. There's obviously some signs of some fire damage. They do have fires here occasionally, so still beautiful, but boy is it dry. This is why they don't want you to have any fires right now. So you're limited on propane or butane, which is what I've got. I'm halfway across that meadow that I just took a little video of, maybe 2/3 across. But see that canyon back there? Let me zoom in here. That side canyon is where the cliff dwellings that are the national monument are located. That's a side hike. That'll probably be for my last day after I drop the pack in the car and just load a day pack with some drinks and head up that way. You're not allowed to take food, it's just water. So that'll be 2 hours maybe hike. So it's only a mile from the parking lot, if that, they say, to the cliff dwellings. But that's where they're located. Now, they did say that up the canyon, there are other cliff dwellings. They're just not part of the national monument. But they are protected by the wilderness, the Gila Wilderness, and the Gila National Forest, which is what I'm hiking through, is the Gila Wilderness. Hiked back to another river crossing. How do I know this is a place to cross? Well, there's a pile of rocks here, and there's a pile of rocks on the other side. Now, looking here, I can see that a lot of people have taken this alternate path, but that's not the right thing to do. The piles of rocks indicate the actual trail. So all these people have blazed a new trail, which is going to cause more impact on the land that's more than necessary. So I get to hike through relatively deep water crossing. I'm guessing that this, because it's a slow moving section, low flat area, that's why it's kind of deep. Plus there's probably beaver activity in this area. So just as I was thinking, my boots were starting to dry out. They're going to get wet again, but I'm not too worried. I'm wearing a good quality boot that fits me well. I've got first layer of defense is a polypropylene liner. Then I've got a wool blend sock called, some of you might know it, Darn Toughs. And then I've got on the outside another wool acrylic blend boot sock. So I'm not worried too much. If I get blisters, it'll probably just be around my toes. Not much. My heels will be fine. And balls of my feet should be fine too. Even with the wet feet, I should be okay. All right, I just came up a relatively steep section for my, excuse me, bad language, my fat butt to come up that hill. If I had these videos, I'll figure out how to bleep that out. Pretty good gulch down here. And there, down there, that green ribbon is where the river is. So it's not horribly tall a climb, but it was pretty much a climb the whole time up. There was no switchbacks or anything else. And I'm in a little grove. You can see obvious fire damage here. But still a beautiful place. Temperature's coming up. It's getting a little warm. I can't read my thermometer, but it looks like, oh yeah, I can. It's already 90 degrees. So, I mean, South Texas, where I'm used to hiking, not that big of a deal. So I'll just keep going. I will try to get to another river crossing and decide where I am time-wise. I don't even know what time it is right now. Oh, it's 11:05. So I figured I'd get another hour of hiking. I think that's about how much I... Okay, so apparently as I was zooming in on these rock formations, I deleted stop that video. So there they are. Okay, we're still on the West Fork Trail. This is where it's actually gotten kind of scenic. Got a nice cliff face on the other side of the canyon over there. Came through a pretty good pine forest. It got a lot of obvious burn damage. Be hesitant to camp in one of those because some of those trees look like they're in danger of falling over. And I don't want to wake up dead because a tree fell on me. But I'll hike a little bit here on this trail with you. Let's just see what I've been experiencing. Actually, this is one of the more scenic spots I've seen so far. I don't know if the microphone's picking it up, but I can hear the river down there. It's literally just right down there. I don't know if, oh, there's a glimpse of it. Lots of birds making noises, including ravens. They seem to be the predominant carrion eater around here, probably. Plus, there's warnings all over the campsites about how smart they are, and they can get into your zippered tents even. So be careful where you put your food. So I'm pretty good ways above the river here. Wouldn't say I'm on the top of the canyon, but because there's a lot more uphill behind me. But it's a beautiful view. I've got some switchbacks to go through before it descends down there to the river again. And when I get down to the river, oh, there's one. I don't know if you can see it. Raven flying through the canyon. Anyway, I'm gonna continue on down a ways, get to the river, check my battery supply. Yeah, the raven's flying back and forth across the canyon. And I'll see if I can make this an overnight trip or not. I'm thinking about, if I do overnight, it'll literally just be tonight. The forecast is now for thunderstorms tomorrow. And that means no matter what charge I can get on my battery today, if there's thunderstorms tomorrow, I will not be charging tomorrow. There's that raven. Anyway, so now that's the plan. Hike down to the river, check my water supply. I know I've only been sipping on my water. I need to be drinking more. It's over 90 degrees. It's dry, but it's over 90 degrees and dry, which means I'm sweating and I'm not hurting too bad. But I now need to get hydrated. And it's 6,000 plus feet of elevation here. The river's just at 6,000 feet, I think they said on the maps. And so I'm gonna be need to hydrate good. I only carried 5 liters with me because of the river being an option, and a little bit of weight savings. And even that was probably overkill. But I need to hydrate, and that's my plan. Stop and eat lunch, drink more. I drank 2 liters before I hit the trail. I think that's why I'm not so thirsty, but I do need to stay hydrated. There's also a geocache near here, believe it or not. It says that I am looking at my geocaching. Well, it says open my geocaching. You have to look at it. The video stopped, but I'm only about a mile from a geocache. It's on the other side of the river. It looks like it's up that little side canyon that might be there. I can't really tell through the trees from where I'm at. It looks like there might be a break in the rocks, but that's the direction. So when I get down to the bottom of the river, which is about half a mile trail wise, I'll decide what my plan is. At the very least, I'll take the pack off because I check levels of things, eat lunch, decide whether or not I'm hiking out today or spending the night, and then plan from there. If I'm hiking out today, well, either way, I might just go grab that geocache just to say I got one of the hardest ones to get, at least physically for me. Back on this trail.